What is up, everyone? Today is the long-awaited reaction and review of the full album, Scoring the End of the World by Motionless and White. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone for 100 subbies. I know it's only 100 subbies, but it's 100 subbies, so fuck yeah, let's go. And also, thank you for making this video blow up. Like I said, this is a reaction and also a review video, so the first half of the video is going to be my reaction from the night that the album came out. There's a few songs missing in the reaction just because the VOD got muted in a few spots, but it's fine, most of the songs are there. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to come back in and give a final review of the album as well as my final tier list and ranking of every song on the track list. Enjoy the video. I already love this! It's a very fun open to the album. Okay, go off! Oh, got that Manifest Destiny line in there. I love the theme of this record so much. It's just really fucking good. I mean, like, I expected nothing less, obviously. Jesus Christ, Chris, get into it, bestie! I'm gonna give the Slaps My Ass a very hard rating, like, sparingly, because I know that everything on here is going to slap my ass. But I think this is gonna go an absolute banger for now. Okay, I can vibe to this. It doesn't stand out to me as much as Meltdown did, but I mean, it's still a solid fucking song. Sign of Life, we're gonna put in banger. I think for me, Meltdown is just such a good opening to the album that Sign of Life is like, you know, it's good, but in my opinion, Meltdown was better. Next track is a Werewolf, and I'm not gonna lie, I've heard a lot about this fucking song. This song has been hyped so much. Like I said, this is the one that people have been hyping up. Better not be fucking disappointed. This is a sound that I think Motionless does best, and you know, in my humble opinion. I think I like this better than Sign of Life. Every single element of that song comes together in such a way that blesses my eardrums. Right now, this is going under absolute banger. Porcelain is next. Sad boy vibes. Okay. Okay. And then it goes into that, and I'm like, oh, we're not crying, we're moshing. Maybe both at the same time. A little bit of a crying mosh pit. Slaughterhouse, it's just good. It's just very good. Still questioning the placement of some of these songs. That's the one thing that I've kind of noticed. Like, next is a Masterpiece. Interesting. But I digress. Let's see how it melds with the album. The whole little story that they've had throughout the last couple of albums. Fucking chef's kiss. Oh, it's so fucking good. Ah, it's so good. I go feral at this part of the song every time. You just cannot go wrong with that fucking song. Okay, so Masterpiece, I think we're gonna put above Meltdown. Next song is Cause of Death. Very Disguise-esque. I was not expecting that! I fuck with this! So much happened at the beginning of the song, I'm still processing. This one, I'm telling you, every new song that I hear, I'm like, it's this one. This one's my favorite. I feel like there's like certain songs that I kind of like overlook when I'm looking at track lists. That was definitely one of them, and holy shit, Cause of Death going straight into slaps my ass. Okay, I'm breathing again. We Become the Night. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready. What's about to be thrown at me? Let's fucking go. Is that Justin? I feel like I know Justin's voice pretty well. Is that Justin? Okay, this song gets extra points for including Justin in the vocals. At least I hope that's him. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be so embarrassed, but I'm like 99% sure that that's his voice. Hold on. Is that the Justin from, hold on. I don't want to be wrong about this. Okay, that's fucking iconic. Did he work on like this entire album? For people that don't know, JD was in Ice Nine Kills for a very, very long time, and everyone fucking loved him, and then he left the band, and I guess he worked on this album? I love that so much. We Become the Night, currently above Masterpiece. Let's go. Burned at Both Ends 2. Is this about to go the fuck off? Yes, it is, bitch! Burned at both ends too. It's going into slaps my ass very hard. Honestly, as a lead single, usually lead singles are a little bit weak, and at least, you know, in my opinion. But this, 10 out of 10 song. Okay, Cyberhex, where are we putting it? I think we're gonna put it above Meltdown, but we're putting it above Masterpiece. The next song is fucking Red, White, and Boom, featuring the one and only motherfucking Caleb Shomo. Okay, are we mentally prepared? Chat, are we mentally prepared for this? Because I don't know if I am. Might be a bit premature to say this. Best song on the record. I've said that like 7 times tonight. We already know what tier this song's going in. Alright, it is time for my final review, my final thoughts on the album, as well as my tier list. Alright, so I did change my tier list from the first time that I listened to the album, but I didn't actually change where any of the songs were as far as, like, ranking. I really just changed the order of them. I'll also have this tier list that I made linked in the description if you would like to make your own and post it and tag me, whatever. For me personally, Sign of Life and Porcelain are the weakest tracks on the record. I don't think that there's any bad songs. I don't think a single one of the songs is bad. However, I do think every record does have like a weakest and a strongest. And for me, definitely Sign of Life and Porcelain are the weakest end of this record. Now, obviously, Werewolf is the song that everyone's talking about. It's the fan favorite. It's the band's favorite. For me personally, it didn't stand out as much as I thought it would. I feel like that song had so much hype behind it, and even now, a few days after the record has been released, Werewolf is still the favorite. For me, it's just kind of a middle ground song. I feel like about half of the record I like better, and then half of the record I like a little bit less, if that makes sense. Now, initially on the first listen, I did rank a lot of the singles pretty high, probably just because I was familiar with them, but on the second ranking, I definitely did knock them down. I'm pretty sure I knocked down every single one of them. A few of the underdog tracks, definitely Cause of Death. I even said that in my first reaction, like, that was one of the songs that I kind of overlooked at first. And then We Became the Night, which I heard a lot of people did not like that song, but, I really fucking like that song. Slaughterhouse has remained one of the strongest tracks on the entire thing, especially when it was released as a single. I was like, okay, this kind of came out of nowhere, but I like it. I don't even want to say that this is necessarily a negative thing. I think it's more of a nitpick than anything. Slaughterhouse is terribly misplaced on the track list. I feel like it would have been better around like Burned at Both Ends 2, or even Cause of Death, but being sandwiched in between Porcelain and Masterpiece, like, do you want me to mosh or cry? Because I can't decide. That was the one thing that I definitely noticed, like, just listening to the album cover to cover. But if that is the one complaint that I have, they've done a pretty good fucking job. Overall, I am giving Scoring the End of the World by Motionless in White a 9.8 out of 10. I feel like a 9.8 is fair because it's only been out for a few days, so obviously my favorite tracks are probably going to shift and change in the coming months. Very, very solid. Honestly, it's a contender for Album of the Year. That is basically it for this video. Go ahead and tell me your opinions of the album down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Favorite track? Least favorite track? Just don't be fucking rude. And I will see you in the next video.